All right, we're live. So, week 8 NFL picks. We are back with Preston and Gage.
Gang, gang.
Go.
So, Taylor's not here again this week, and Eric Harrison couldn't make it as well. So, we're just going to go ahead, be us three this week. So, pretty monster week for Gage. He went 11-3, and we all did pretty good. We all did pretty good. Preston and Taylor and Eric Harrison all went 10-4. I went 9-5. And Gage went 11-3. So I am currently now in last place, fourth. And Eric and Preston are tied, and Taylor is up one game on Gage or two games. Is it one or two?
One. Oh, maybe two.
I think it.
All right, two.
Oh, I think it's two. Yeah, it is two. It is two. So it's anyone's taking. Though I was in first place for a little bit. Then I fell. It's not over yet. I'm going to come back. So I'm determined to do good. And it starts with this week. So, first game. We have the Thursday Night Football. Miami Dolphins at Houston Texans. Gage, you can go ahead and start us off this week.
Yeah, I got the Texans winning this game. I got 27-14. DeAndre Hopkins will make a big scoring play, and I think J.J. Watt will pull away by leading the charge against the former Texans starter, Brock Osweiler. So, yeah, I got the Texans winning this easily, 27-14.
I have the Texans as well. I feel like they got their momentum back a little bit. The Dolphins, tough loss to the Lions, and they're not really going to do much with Brock Osweiler, in my opinion. I feel like this Texans team is they're kind of putting the pieces back together in the puzzle. So I feel like they get a pretty decent win over the Dolphins. I'm gonna say same score. No, I'll say a little closer, 28-17. I got Texans. So yeah. Preston?
Yeah, I'm going to pick the Texans as well. I just don't think Osweiler is going to have a good week this week. It's their quick plays aren't going to work against this Texas defense or this Texans defense, They have enough film to make adjustments, unlike the who was it the Dolphins blew out or beat 2 weeks ago? The Bears?
Yeah.
Unlike the Bears did. So, yeah, I got the Texans winning 20-17.
All right. Next game. Oh, this is another London game. We have the Eagles versus the Jaguars. Who do you got, Preston?
Eagles and Jaguars. This is a tricky one, but then really it's not because of the Jaguars' quarterback struggles. You would think that at the beginning of the year, this was a game we were all looking forward to, but now it's like,
Two disappointing teams. I feel like these two are the most disappointing teams of the year.
I feel like the Eagles have a chance to be good still, though, whereas the Jaguars, they don't really because they don't have a quarterback that can step up for them. So I'm going to have the Eagles easily winning this game. Let's say 20-7.
Okay. Gage?
Yeah, I got the Eagles barely winning this, 23-20. Both teams are 3-4 with their Super Bowl hopes on the ropes. Doug Peterson versus Doug Marion is a drama worthy of Shakespeare, as both coaches get the
Bro, you worded that so well. That was perfect.
Dude, I'm going to be completely honest. I got kind of these predictions right there, and I thought that was so funny. Someone wrote that down, so I had to put that in here. But yeah, I think Peterson's a better coach. Carson Wentz, I think is just better than of course Blake Bortles, whoever's going to be the quarterback, and I think they're going to win barely.
He is starting.
Eagles 23-20, very disappointing.
23-20?
Yep.
He does. Okay, Blake Bortles is starting. I saw that. He is starting. So, yeah, I got the Eagles as well. I don't want to pick them, bro. I really want to pick the Jaguars, but for how bad they've been playing, I mean, the Eagles haven't been playing good either. Like I said, these are the most disappointing teams of the year so far. We thought, the Eagles, when they get Carson Wentz back and give him a couple weeks, they're going to be good. Well, Carson Wentz is fully back now, so there's no excuse to why they're doing bad. He's playing good, but their secondary is just terrible, awful. And yeah, they blew a 17-point lead to the Panthers. 17 points. 17 points at home. How do you blow a 17-point lead at home? And it was all in the fourth quarter too. That's terrible, man. Hey, I'm not complaining. I hate the Eagles, but I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and pick the Eagles. This is gonna be a boring game, honestly. Like 20-17. I don't care, bro. Like this is, yeah. I hope the Jaguars win though. I hope Blake Bortles pulls something out of his ass and freaking does good, cause I don't know what's been going on. Their whole team's been underperforming. So, yeah, I got Eagles 20-17. All right. Next game we have the New York Jets at Chicago Bears. This is my pick. I'm gonna pick the Bears. I feel like they had a really good game against the Patriots. We all saw that one freaking Hail Mary at the 1 yard line. They got stopped. Did you see that, Gage?
Yep, I saw that one.
20, dude. Hail Mary at the 1 yard line. That's devastating loss.
I know.
Devastating loss for the Bears. I like the Bears. I feel like they're a good team. They had one really bad week against the Dolphins. They lost that in overtime against Brock Osweiler, and then they choked against the Packers. So arguably they've only lost one game. So, I mean,
There's no arguing that their record is.
Okay, what I'm saying is like they could have won those games if they
Yeah, but you can't argue
if they
that
didn't choke.
Yeah, you can't argue that they did win the games though because they didn't.
Okay, they choked. Anyways, I feel like the Bears are gonna. Yeah, I think the Bears are gonna shut down the Jets offense. The Jets got blown out by the Vikings, and they're going on the road. It's hard to win in Chicago, so I like the Bears in this game.
Chicago.
I got the Bears. Yeah, I like the Bears in this game. I'm gonna say 31-20 Bears. Who do you got, Gage?
Yeah, I got the Bears winning this 34-10, a blowout game. The Jets won't be able to run the ball, and I don't have the receivers to exploit the Bears secondary. I think Sam Darnold will be overwhelmed with the Chicago pass rush with Khalil Mack, and I think Michelle Trubisky will spread the ball around. So, yeah, pretty easy win for the Bears. I got a blowout, 34-10.
Yeah, dude. I've been really impressed with how Trubisky has played the past couple of weeks. He had 3 touchdowns again this weekend?
I think so.
Yeah, so 3 and 6 in the past 3 weeks. So he's really coming along and developing, which I didn't think was gonna happen. And he's good, and I think he'll stay consistent throughout the end of through the rest of the season. But
He has
we'll
to
see.
if the Bears won't have any chance to make the playoffs.
I think they will make the playoffs. I think they're.
I don't know if they'll win their division.
Yeah,
but
they
they'll
might
make
not win
playoff.
the division, but they might be a wild card.
Yeah. Dang. So that means out of the Packers and the Bears and the
Don't even put the Cowboys in the playoff
no
picture right now.
no I'm talking about the NFC North. The Vikings and the Bears and the Packers. One of those teams I ain't making it.
Yeah.
I know it's possible that 3 can make it, but I don't see 3 making it from that division. I only see 2. So one of those
they're
teams
gonna beat each other up.
One of those teams isn't making it, and I'll tell you. I'll tell you who I think who's not gonna make. I mean, I'm not gonna say it, but I already know who I think is not gonna make it. I'll let y'all figure that one out just the way about how I've been picking these games. Anyway, so you got Bears?
I got Bears winning. I forgot what I had written down, but I think I had something like 35-28. So, they'll win by a touchdown. It'll be a high-scoring game.
Yeah, they're favored by 7, so that might be right on. All right, next game we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Cincinnati Bengals. Preston, this is your game. Who you got?
The Bengals. I'm gonna go with them because it's the Buccaneers against the Bungles. So yeah, man, I'm just gonna stick with my gut and go with the Bengals because they're at home, and the Buccaneers, they're inconsistent as heck. They barely beat the Browns. The Browns are arguably a good team, but then again, they're the Browns, so.
I can't keep picking them, man. Like I
know,
just
for real.
can't. Like it's hard.
How many overtime games have they had this year?
3. 3.
Only 3?
I'm pretty sure.
Thought it was more.
So they tied with the Steelers, obviously, the first week. They won in overtime against the Ravens, and then they lost in overtime to the Buccaneers.
The Raiders. They went to overtime with the Raiders.
That was overtime? Okay,
Yeah.
shoot, that was 4. Did they go to overtime with the Saints, too?
No.
Or no, they just lost?
They had like the most overtime games like for the past like 4 weeks. I think they had
4
like overtime games.
Wow. Holy shoot, bro. Anyways, so, I mean, at least they're not losing. They're taking them. I mean, they're losing, but they're not like they're making it. They say if you're gonna beat us, you're gonna beat us out of regulation. So, I mean,
I guess, Eric.
but that still sucks. Like you go all the way to overtime just to lose.
Yeah, I mean, you saw
Yeah.
Baker Mayfield.
And that's what I was gonna. That's what I was gonna ask. Though, like the inconsistency in the kickers. Like, how are you gonna miss like a 25-yard field goal, but then go back and make a 59-yard field goal to win the game? Like that makes absolutely 0 sense. Like, yeah. So you got Bengals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Bengals 28-20.
I got the Bengals winning by at least 10 points. I feel like they had an embarrassing. They got plowed by the freaking Kansas City Chiefs at home or over there in Arrowhead, which I said it was a hostile environment, but I thought they were going to put up a bigger fight. And Andy Dalton just didn't play bad. They ended up taking him out like I think the beginning of the fourth quarter or something like that. And this Chiefs offense is just too good right now, and the Bengals made the Chiefs defense look elite. So, yeah, I don't know about these Bengals. Like they're a regular season team anyways. They're not going to do anything in the playoffs. They might actually no. I think the Baltimore Ravens will win that division, but
Yeah. They'll be just outside of a wild card
yeah,
spot.
I don't know. 3. Okay, this is the division that 3 teams might get out of the playoffs. It's happened
No.
before. It's happened before.
This
Bengals,
division isn't good enough.
the Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers all made it out a couple years ago.
Yeah, but they're not going to do it this year.
I don't know. The Bengals haven't been playing that bad, but I mean they are 4-3, so that's not that good either. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bengals. They bounce back at home. Buccaneers, I don't think are that good of a team. I did pick them against the Browns. They barely edged it out. They almost choked that game. And yeah, so I got the Bengals winning. We'll go 35-24. Gage?
Yeah, I got the Bengals winning 31-24. Very close game. The Buccaneers offense is explosive, but it's also unbalanced and mistake-prone pretty much. Their defense also keeps losing effective players. I think the Bengals will be able to move the ball with Andy Dalton and A.J. Green and Joe Mixon. Jameis Winston can exploit the Cincinnati coverage weaknesses, but Tampa Bay will be stuck in a futile comeback mode for the whole game. So, yeah, I got Bengals winning this 31-24.
Like it. All right. Next game, we have the Seattle Seahawks versus the Detroit Lions. Seahawks coming off a bye, and they're playing in Detroit. Gage, do they bounce? Or Gage, do the Lions keep it rolling, or do the Seahawks go get a win in Detroit?
I got the Lions winning this game, 24-20. I think Matt Patricia is starting to get it. I think it's run heavy was the way to go with Miami. Teams are very similar against the pass, but weak against the run. The slight difference is Russell Wilson is facing a tougher pass rush on the road than Matthew Stafford will face at home. I got Kerry Johnson also looking a lot better in Seattle in this game. So yeah, I got Lions winning 24-20.
Preston?
I want to choose the Lions, but I got to pick an upset eventually. So this is probably my upset of the week. The Lions probably have, or the Seahawks probably have the best chance pulling off this upset coming off the bye. And, being the team that they are, if everything goes right, they can have a good game. So I'm going to say the Seahawks win this 24-20.
I got the Lions winning for exactly what the line says, by 3 points. I think they're going to win by a field goal. I feel like you said, Gage, they're starting to figure it out a little bit offensively, and defensively is kind of but I feel like their run game is starting to get going, which is a good thing because that's been their biggest problem in years to go. Like they never had a run game. I'm pretty sure they hadn't had a 100-yard rusher in like 2 years, man. Like it was a long it was a long span. So I feel like Johnson, Like it's like who the hell is this guy? Like he's kind of coming out of nowhere. I feel like if they get him going, they'll be able to run over Seattle. And I like them at home, so yeah, I'm gonna take the line. Detroit 3 points over the Seattle Seahawks 23-20. All right, next game we have the Denver Broncos at Kansas City Chiefs. I'll go ahead and pick this game. I got the Chiefs keeping it rolling. The Broncos held high pretty good against them last time. That was like the Chiefs' toughest game. But of course, not counting the loss against the Patriots, but they went into Mile High and Denver put up a fight. But now they're in Arrowhead. Like I said, hostile environment, hard to win over there, and yeah, I think Kansas City's the favorite by 10. I'll give them 14-point game. I got the Chiefs winning 35-21. I think Patrick Mahomes and Kareem Hunt and this offense is just going to keep it rolling, and yeah, I got the Chiefs. So yeah, who do you got, Preston?
Oh yeah, I'm definitely picking the Chiefs in this one. I picked the Broncos in the first matchup just because it was the beginning of the season, and I still wasn't sure if Patrick Mahomes was going to be as good as he's been. This is an easy pick for me. I say the Chiefs win. It's a division game, so it's going to be a little bit closer, but I think they'll pull it out 27-23.
So you got it close again?
Yeah.
All right. Gage?
Yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this 34-20. It's going to be pretty obvious that the Chiefs are going to beat Denver. I think Kansas City has been dominant at home on both sides of the ball this whole season. I think Denver can literally be run over by Kareem Hunt once his defense gets spread out enough. And I feel like since Keenum struggles on the road, it could may lead to big questions of whether or not he'll be their future quarterback in the years to come. So, yeah, I got the Chiefs winning this 34-20.
This game could get really ugly fast if the Keenum doesn't play well.
Yeah.
Because they have a good, talented backup. Chad Kelly, he's not bad. I don't think he's bad.
Oh, I want him to start.
Yeah. I mean, he could start this year.
I want him to.
Yeah. All right. Next game, we have the Washington Redskins at New York Giants. Preston, who you got?
Well, the Giants are slowly starting to, make improvements, but I mean, they got Eli the ball sort of, Eli played well and they got Odell the ball sort of, except for that one play towards the end of the game where you see the head coach on the sidelines yell, like, why did you just throw it to Odell? Like, on that one play where Eli was rolling out and he decided to throw it back across his body. But, the Redskins, they're looking good. They're Alex Smith, Mr. Consistency. Adrian Peterson looked very impressive last week.
Surprisingly.
Yeah, against the Cowboys. I think against the Cowboys.
We can talk about that game after we pick, because I have some. I got to talk about that game after we finish all these picks, because the Cowboys do have a bye week this week, so we can talk about that after we pick all these games. I'm sorry, continue.
Redskins are going to win this game. Say 28-24.
Gage?
Yeah, I got the Redskins winning this 20-17. Pass rush will, of course, make Eli Manning uncomfortable in the pocket. It'll be ugly. They have one of the worst offenses in the league. Yeah, I got Redskins barely winning this. I don't think they're a great team, but yeah, I got the Redskins winning 2017.
Before I say who I think's gonna win, I'm just gonna say the Giants traded the wrong Eli this week, guys. They traded Eli Apple instead of Eli Manning.
There's no way anybody would trade for Eli Manning.
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that's not even the point. It's not about trading. It's about what Eli they got rid of, and they got rid of the wrong one first. So,
Yeah, all right.
So, all I'm saying, guys, it's over. Eli Manning's time in New York, it's done. It's been done for 2 years. I've been trying to say that. I've been trying to tell.
He had a good game.
I've been trying to tell Giants fans this for about 2 years, that Eli Manning is not a starting quarterback anymore, and now people are starting to realize it. So I got the Redskins winning 27-17. Yeah, I mean, what more can you say? Alex Smith, God, Alex Smith pisses me off, bro. Like, like me and Preston were talking about this last week. Like he's so like conservative the way he plays. And Adrian Peterson did great against our running defense. I didn't think he was going to do that good. But yeah, they won. But man, we should have won that game.
No shit.
We should have won that game. But yeah, the Redskins, the Giants aren't a good team. They lost to the Falcons by 3 points, but they got garbage minute touchdowns. So it didn't even matter at that point. That game was the scoreboard made it seem a lot closer than the game actually was. They got ripped up. So yeah, I got the Redskins 27-17. Did everyone pick?
Yeah, we all picked.
Okay. Next game we have the rematch. The Browns are going on the road to play Pittsburgh. They played week 1 and they tied. So who's going to win this time, Gage?
Yeah, I got the Steelers winning this game, 27-20.
Smart
Browns
pick.
defense has been keeping them. Wait, what?
I said smart pick.
Yeah, I know. I got Steelers winning this one. I think Browns defense has been keeping them in games. I think Baker Mayfield and Nick Chubb are starting to take advantage of their opportunities. But the Steelers pass rush will get to Mayfield at times. Even though their secondary is their weakest link, I don't think he has enough weapons, Baker Mayfield, to make any big plays against this Steelers defense. And, of course, Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown and Juju Smith and James Conner, they're going to get to the Browns defense at some point, and they're barely going to edge us out. I got Steelers winning at 27-20.
Yeah, I agree. I have the Pittsburgh winning by a touchdown. These teams, no matter how good, how bad they're doing, it's always a close division game. It's always fun to watch, even if it is a tie. Hopefully this time it's not a tie. I got Steelers winning by 7 points. I feel like, it's kind of hard to pick the Browns at this point. You just never know what you're going to get. They traded Hyde, which at first I thought it was dumb, but now that I think about it, you're giving your younger talent more production. Nick Chubb is a good running back, and he played good. He's been playing good, and they also have Duke Johnson, who's also a really good running back. So, as much as Carlos Hyde, he's a good running back, I just feel like he didn't belong. He didn't fit with their offense well. So maybe he can fit well with Jacksonville because Leonard Fournette's always freaking hurt. So, I got the Steelers winning by a touchdown at the exact same score, 27-20. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm surprised Pittsburgh is favored by so much in this game, though. 8.5 points. That's pretty crazy to me. But I do think the Steelers are going to win. Like you said, the Browns are just you don't know what you're going to get out of them, and I think the Steelers have found their rhythm. Le'Veon's not going to play this week, right?
Dude,
No.
Le'Veon's not coming back.
Not what about even week 10?
I don't think he's coming back. I've been saying this all year. I don't think he's coming
Even
back
if they're
at all.
even with the deadline, he'll lose his ability to be
Bro,
a free
he
agent.
literally does not care. He would have, if he really cared, he would have showed up for his paycheck that 1 week.
I know, but the thing is, he won't be able to switch. He won't be able to be a free agent. He'll have to play another year.
Yeah, he won't be a free agent if he skips more games now after week 8.
I feel like this is going to be like a Rajon Rondo type thing. He goes in there and he plays for a quarter and then he just literally quits on his team. I could see that happening.
They say fake his injury. That's what everyone's been telling him to do is fake his injury so he can sit out the rest of the season.
Hey,
Yeah.
they're not going to pay him, so, and he wants out of there.
Yeah.
That locker room. James Conner's working well for them. They don't need, as much as Le'Veon Bell's the best running back in the league, in my opinion, when he's on the field. But James Conner is working for them for right now, so.
Yeah, he's killing it right now.
So, I wouldn't mess it up. Le'Veon is just, he's going to be on another team. That's next year. That's facts. So, anyways, that's.
Yeah. I don't like the Steelers for the way they've handled Le'Veon Bell at all. I respect what Le'Veon Bell is doing because he's sticking up for the rights of players, and which I feel like the NFL doesn't do a good job, as far as players' rights go compared to the NBA. NBA could be a little bit more restricting, in my opinion. We don't need any more KDs going to Golden State.
Bro, NBA is no loyalty, bro, at this point.
I know,
It's all about winning super teams.
But whatever. Let's talk about this game. So yeah, I think the Steelers are gonna win, 24-20. Leave it at that.
Okay, fair. Next game, we have the Baltimore Ravens at Carolina Panthers. My bad. Okay, I guess I'll pick this game. I got the Ravens. This might be a shocker. A lot of people might pick the Panthers just because they're at home, but I feel like that. What's up, bro? How you doing? Would you like to come in and watch this?
Just listening.
Okay, so yeah, I got the Baltimore Ravens. Their defense. Okay, that game against the Saints, Justin Tucker choked. They should have won it.
He couldn't believe it. Did you see his face after the kick?
Bro. They should have. They should have won in overtime, man. They gave the Saints problems, and I knew it was going to happen because Drew Brees has never beat Baltimore. He was 0-4, and he got a win. I mean, arguably, you can say it all you want, like he got lucky, but hey, man, Justin Tucker shouldn't have missed that kick. Like, and who's to say, like, in overtime, we would have known who would have won. So I guess we really don't know. But as far as we know, the Ravens lost. They choked. And I have them bouncing back against this Panthers team who decided to come back. They wanted to play football in the fourth quarter and come back and beat the Eagles. So Cam Newton, inconsistent as crap. I think they're going to lose their first home game against the Ravens. I got the Ravens going in there, playing good. And, yeah. So I got the Ravens close 24-20 game.
Yeah, I'm kind of distraught on this game because I don't want to pick against my Panthers, but I agree with what Eric said. Like, I feel like they're going to bounce back this game, and the Baltimore is actually favored, surprisingly. Yeah.
Bro, they're the 1-point favorite. That's crazy. 1-point favorite.
Yeah. Who do you have, Gage?
I'm gonna have to agree. I got the Ravens winning this barely. I think Justin Tucker will bounce back from that terrible miss of an extra point. He'll win by a field goal, 27-24 Ravens.
A 65-yard field goal.
I think the Ravens defense is really elite. They stopped Drew Brees and the Saints for the most part of the game. I think Cam Newton will use his legs and big arms to make plays, of course, but I feel like Joe Flacco will be in a position to make a few more. And the Panthers are not built to cover this diverse wide receivers and tight ends. So, it's got the Ravens. I feel like the Rams are going to win this by a field goal, 27-24.
Yeah. The Panthers are too inconsistent offensively for me to pick them right now, so I'm going to pick the Ravens. Like you said, elite defense. Flacco's been playing well. Their offense has, they've been putting points on the board this year, which is something that they haven't been able to do in the past couple seasons. So I'm going to say the Ravens win 27-24.
So we all got it close. I feel like if this was in Baltimore, it'd be a different story, though.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah.
All right. Next game, we have the Indianapolis Colts at Oakland Raiders. You pick.
Oh, jeez. I want to do it.
No, don't do it.
I ain't going to do it. Yeah, Colts are going to win this game. Raiders coming off the bye week, but it's not going to matter. Andrew Luck had a really good game last week. They had a blowout game against the Bills, and I think that was a big confidence booster for their offense and their defense, even though it's the Bills. Like, Nathan Peterman, what? Like, why is that guy in the league over Colin Kaepernick?
Did they get a safety because they scored 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
I didn't watch that game. I didn't care about that game.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm going to say the Colts win a commanding game, 31-17.
31-17. All right. Gage?
This feels like a trap game for the Colts with the Raiders coming off of a bye. But Oakland's gotten worse during that bye with Marshawn Lynch getting injured and Amari Cooper getting traded to Dallas. Indy is getting better thanks to the return of, Marlon Mack, and there will be no Khalil Mack for the Raiders to stop this Colts offense. Derek Carr will be, I still think, inconsistent. I think Colts will win this game easily, 27-14.
Do you think Derek Carr will cry again?
Oh, bro, he was okay. He like literally like denied it so hard that he didn't cry. Like he was crying. That man was crying. I saw it. Yeah.
Yeah, he was crying.
Yeah. So wait, dude. So you got the Colts?
Yeah, I got the Colts winning this 27-14.
It does feel like a possible trap game, though.
Psych.
Yeah.
Tank
It does.
season. Tank season. I got the Colts blowing out the Oakland Raiders. I don't even care, man. This Raiders team is on full tank mode right now. They literally they're all ready for next year. They're all ready. That's
Yeah, you're right. Gruden's already got the five.
He's got those 3 first-round picks, and I saw something on Twitter yesterday. It kind of made me laugh. It was like it said, knowing John Gruden, knowing John Gruden and the Raiders, they're gonna draft 3 offensive linemen in the first round because they just yeah. So yeah, I got the Colts. I got the Colts winning 30-14. Yeah, I don't even care. I don't even care if it's in Oakland. Like this, the Raiders tank, bro. Like, and I think Derek Carr has more interceptions than passing touchdowns of the year. So they're just not good. Marshawn Lynch is on injured reserve, like you said, Gage, and they don't have Khalil Mack anymore. They don't have their defensive franchise player that they traded away. John Gruden, I know you're regretting that. I know you're regretting it. Yeah, Raiders on full tank mode, bro. Worst team in the NFL, easily. Shouldn't even have 1 win right now. They should be 0-6. So, off the bye or not, they're getting blown out. 30 to 14. Yeah. So we all got the Colts.
Yep.
All right. Next game, we have the Green Bay Packers at Los Angeles Rams. Who do you got, Gage?
I got the Rams winning this 34-27. Packers are also coming off their bye. There's just too much firepower for Jared Goff and the Rams. I'm sorry. Todd Gurley's going to run all over this terrible, terrible Green Bay Packers defense. And I feel like that Todd Gurley will slam the door shut in the fourth quarter to put the icing on the cake for them. So, yeah, Rams win 34-27.
I think you're crazy. I have the Packers getting blown out. I have their defense getting devoured by this Los Angeles Rams offense. Honestly, I've never been more confident in a game in my life. If the Rams lose this game...
Oh, my God. They're going to do that.
No, I'm serious. This Packers team is overrated.
If the Rams lose this game, you'll do what, Eric?
If the Rams lose this game, let's see. If they lose this game, they better lose off something bad, like a field goal or an overtime. If they lose by like more than a touchdown, I'll probably give up on the season. I'll pick all upsets for the rest of the year. I'll do something crazy if the Packers somehow manage to win this game by more than a touchdown. I don't see it happening at all. Like I said, this Packers team is overrated. I don't care what they barely beat the 49ers. And they were in Lambeau too, right? Yeah, they barely beat the 49ers at home. It's apparently it's always hard to win in Lambeau. It's always a game when you have Aaron Rodgers. I admit it. He's arguably the best quarterback in the league. But no, I'm sorry. Their defense is not good enough to stop this Rams offense. The Rams is just rolling right now. They literally toyed with the team that the Packers barely beat last week. So, yeah, no. I don't see this game being close at all. I got Rams.
Where's this game at?
It's in Los Angeles. I got it 42-20.
All right.
I think Aaron Rodgers is going to have an amazing game. He's going to come in and play his heart out, but it's not going to be nearly enough. I'd say the Rams win 42-31.
Fair.
Wow.
Yeah. Anything else? I mean, I pretty much said all I can say. I think
it'll be a close game because of Aaron Rodgers. I think Aaron Rodgers will put up a pretty good game against the Rams, the number 1 team in the league.
Yeah, 31 points is a lot against their defense. Like,
I hope they expose the Packers.
That's close for what the Rams have been doing to the rest of the teams this year.
All right. Next game, we have the San Francisco 49ers at Arizona Cardinals. Arizona coming off of a terrible blowout loss to the Broncos. I don't know why I picked them. I just wanted that upset, but oh man, Josh Rosen just got whooped, man. He got killed, and he was at home too. So and they're staying home, and they're playing the 49ers. They beat the 49ers. That's their only win. Do they split a game with the 49ers? I'm going to say yes. I'm going to say the 49ers win. I'm going to say the 49ers split a game with them. I don't see the Cardinals sweeping them, especially after what I saw from last week. And the 49ers hung in there against the Packers, and they hung there against the Chargers. So, yeah, I mean, I guess you could call this an upset. I mean, it's not. I mean, they're both pretty bad teams, but I got the 49ers. The Cardinals beat them in their home turf, so I got 49ers beating them in their home turf. I got it a boring 17 to 14 game. Who do you got, Gage?
Wow.
I don't think I could pick
I
the
pretty much
Cardinals.
don't need to say.
I don't think I could pick the Cardinals after last week.
No, I definitely agree with you, Eric. There's nothing much for me to say here. I think the 49ers will win this game. 2017, pretty much the same score as you, just a little bit more of a higher scoring game. But, yeah, there's nothing much to say here. I think the 49ers, I guess, are just a little better team than the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals are just looking god-awful. They need a better offensive line to protect Josh Rosen. And Patrick Peterson demands a trade. I heard he might want to go to the Pittsburgh Steelers or the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, he might get traded somewhere. I heard the Chiefs too. The Chiefs could use a cornerback. That's for sure.
Yeah.
But go ahead and say it, Preston. Say what you always say. AIDS game of the week.
Yeah, this is the AIDS game of the week for sure. Like, not even close. But, yeah, I don't see 49ers winning this game.
Oh.
I mean, I see the Cardinals winning this game. What's his name?
Josh Rosen?
No, what's the running back's name?
For who?
David Johnson.
Oh, David Johnson.
Yeah, David Johnson's going to have a good game. And, although, like, the 49ers did have a pretty good game last week, I feel like the Cardinals are, I don't know, they're just going to do well this week for some reason. They're going to bounce back. So I say the Cardinals win 24-20.
Yeah, this really is the AIDS match of the week. They're both 1-6, and they're both 0-4 on 49ers are 0-4 on the road, and Cardinals are 0-4 at home. So, oh my goodness, bro, this game wouldn't even be a question if Jimmy G was in there. Poor guy, tore his ACL. Anyways, let's move on. Next game, Sunday Night Football. This is gonna be a good one. New Orleans Saints at Minnesota Vikings. Take it away, Preston.
Oh, man, Minnesota Vikings. I got to go for my main man, Timmy, back home. This is his team, and I really like what's happening there. I like what the Saints are doing. Drew Brees having a historic year. So much respect for that guy. But I don't like how the Saints have been going away from Alvin Kamara so much. They're using Mark Ingram a little bit more. I feel like Kamara should be their number one back for sure, and then Mark Ingram can come in the red zone. But like Kamara, he had such a great start at the beginning of the year, and he was such a huge threat, and they're not using him nearly as much anymore. And the Vikings defense is gonna have a good game, and Kirk Cousins and Adam Thielen are going to eat up that Saints secondary.
This is a hard game, man. Wait, what do you got the score?
I think it's going to be a shootout, 35-34, 1 point game.
Oh, Gage, I want to hear what you have to say about this game.
Yeah, I got a different story. I have the Saints barely winning this. I got them winning 27-24. Both teams are good against the run, but their secondaries, both quarterbacks can exploit very well. I think the Saints have a better offensive line and more versatile passing game, and they'll win another game on the final possession. I feel like they'll just do enough just to kick a field goal, just an easy field goal to win the game. Just easily win the game. So, yeah, Saints 27-24.
Oh, my God. Bro, the reason why this game is so hard is because of this reason. So, Gage knows all about this. Preston, you have no idea about this. Well, you might. I might have told you, but last year, throughout the whole season, I had Minnesota as my Super Bowl pick. All throughout the whole season.
Oh, I forgot this is a rematch of the Stephon Diggs
Yes,
catch.
the Stephon Diggs catch.
No.
Yeah.
Yes.
That game was in Minnesota too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Minneapolis
man, I totally
Miracle.
forgot.
The Minneapolis Miracle. Anyways, so like I said, I had the Minnesota Vikings throughout the whole season. I'm like, oh, the people were saying Eagles, Eagles, Eagles. I was like, no, Vikings, Vikings. Some people even said Saints and Rams.
You know what? I'm going to change my pick right now. The Saints are salty as heck last year. They're going to come out and have a great game. They're going to win 35-24.
Oh.
Bro, okay. Anyways, that's what I was saying. So Vikings were my Super Bowl pick all throughout the season. And then I got to the playoffs and I'm like, wait a minute. I was like, this Saints team has experience. And I don't think I'd take Drew Brees over Keenum in the playoffs. So I picked the Saints to go to the Super Bowl. And instant karma, because the Minnesota Vikings won off of a ridiculous touchdown. I don't need to get on all that. And I was so salty because I picked the Vikings all year as my Super Bowl pick. I mean, it doesn't even matter. They got killed by the Eagles the next week anyways. But still, that's what I get for changing my pick. So you know what? I'm not going to make that mistake this time. I got you this week, Saints. I got you this week winning this game. I think you're going to pull out I think you're going to win in overtime. I like where Minnesota's going. I like where Minnesota's going in the direction with Kirk Cousins. They're finally figuring it out. They're finally playing better. This is going to be a shootout, man. I got the Saints winning in overtime by a field goal. I got it 45-42. Shootout. Whew. I was leaning towards Minnesota too. But you know what? I can't always pick the home team. I can't always pick the team who's favorite. I gotta mix it up in there. Saints, yeah, you can argue that they got lucky against the Ravens. They're still gonna keep it rolling. 6 in a row for the Saints. Let's get it. All right. I'm glad I got that game off my chest. That's a tough game. It could go either way. Anyways, next game we have the Monday Night Football. Why is this a Monday Night Football game? I don't know. New England Patriots at Buffalo Bills.
I guess they just don't want us watching on Monday nights.
I mean, shoot, I never watched it because of John Gruden anyways last year, and I don't plan on watching it now. So, Preston, who you got? Wait. No, Gage, you start. Who do you got?
Yeah, this is pretty quick. I got Patriots winning 30-17. There's nothing too much to say about this game. Tom Brady against Peterman, not even close. This is going to be way too easy of a game. 30-17.
You're going to let you have the Bills scoring 17 points?
Oh, I take that back. I take that back. Six. I'm sorry.
36. That's a big difference.
Yeah, has Peterman...
Sorry about that. I thought 17.
Wait, what? What'd you say, Gage?
I thought I was looking at the score and it said 17. I was like, I'm going to go with 6. There's no way they're going to score 17, but I don't know what I was thinking.
Has Peterman even scored a touchdown in the NFL yet?
Peterman got benched for Derek Anderson.
Derek Anderson. Oh.
Cam Newton's former backup.
Dude, that guy's old as heck.
Yeah.
He's got to be close to 40 by now.
Yeah, and they scored 5 points.
Same age as Tom Brady. Right?
Probably. Goodness.
Yeah, man.
But those two don't even belong in the same sentence. So, I mean...
Oh, yeah.
What's the score? What's the score going to be? Obviously, you have the Patriots.
35 to 6. Yeah, I like 6. That's a good number. 2 field goals.
The Bills are going to give up more points. The Patriots are going to score more points on defense than the Bills score on offense. That's what I'm calling this game. I feel like they're going to get a fumble recovery, a pick six, something like that. It's going to be ugly. They're playing in Buffalo, so I'll give them a little bit of slack, but it's still going to be a blowout. 34-14. So, yeah. I'm pretty sure this is an easy game for all of us. So, we all got the Patriots. So, Falcons on the bye, Titans on the bye, Chargers on the bye, and Cowboys on the bye. So, real quick, before we get out of here, Jason Garrett. How? 52 seconds left in the Redskins game. 52 seconds. And you only managed to get 9 yards. 9 yards. With
2 plays.
2 plays, 9 yards, 52 seconds.
2 plays.
52 seconds. and you throw a 6-yard out or you throw a 6-yard route up the middle, get the first down, whatever. And then you run a play with Ezekiel Elliott, and it gets what, 2-3 yards? How?
Well, I mean, for once he ran a play with Ezekiel Elliott.
I mean, I don't have the
But
not in that situation.
Not in that situation.
Exactly. How are you so dumb? Why would you want to settle for a field goal? I know why. Because you are the definition of a pussy. You don't care. you don't care about this team. Get the hell out of my team. Out my team. I hate you. I want you out of here. Oh, you are so sickening as a coach. Y'all can blame this game all y'all want on Brett Maher. Y'all can blame this game all you want on Dak Prescott. Y'all can blame this game all you want on the offensive line. We made mistakes. Dak could have threw the ball earlier. He was hesitant. Offensive line, too many holding calls. That wasn't the only reason. It wasn't the only reason why we lost. The snap call, the snap infraction, terrible call.
Yeah,
but
terrible.
we still shouldn't have been in that situation. So I'm not blaming Brett Maher for that game. Literally, he made 16 field goals in a row before that. It happens, and you're in a hostile environment.
And the snap infraction totally threw him off.
Yes, Jason Garrett is the reason we lost that game. 52 seconds, and you get 9 yards, and you settle for a field goal. Like I said,
And the thing is, it's not even like the field goal was going to win them the game. It was going to send them to overtime. Why aren't you going for the win?
exactly. He never does, and he does that in any part of the game. It's not just the end of the game. It will be the first drive of the game, and he'll do that. He'll be like, "Oh, it's 3rd and 13. Let's go ahead and run the ball. Let's just stay in field goal range and settle for the 3 points instead of the touchdown." What? Why? How is that smart? And then all he can do, all he does is about it. That's all he does. Just clap. Get the hell out of my team. I'm so mad. Anyways, that's it.
I think it's fine.
Cowboys play Redskins again on Thanksgiving. Adrian Peterson, I'm not taking anything away from him. He had a great game. Redskins played good against us. They always play a good defensive game against us, but we still should have won that game. And
You also have to remember, Eric, that you picked the Cowboys to
yeah,
win.
we all
so
know
that's-
1-6 or 1-7. We're picking Cowboys in. It doesn't matter. Luckily, this week I can't lose. All I can do is complain. So that's all I'm gonna say. Gage, you have anything to add on to that?
No, pretty much everything you said I completely agree with. I think, though, that you should have been saying this about our coach these past other games. This game, I feel like it was the coach's fault majority, but also Dak Prescott did not look very good in this game. If he would have not fumbled, they would at least went 4 and out, punted it, let the defense stop them, and then we would have had another shot to try and get to the end zone on next play. But, I can see why you can see Jason Garrett doing that. So, Cowboys need to get better. They got Amari Cooper, so let's see what they can do now with the rest of the season.
Hire Tony Romo.
I don't even know. I don't even know how I feel about this.
Bring him back.
I don't even know how I feel about this Amari Cooper trade. It's 50-50. It's a first-round
What do
pick.
you mean? I think that was the only good thing Gruden's done for the Raiders was make that trade.
I'm talking about for us.
Yeah, I know. For you guys, it was a terrible trade.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time,
Why didn't you just re-sign Des Bryant at that point?
we're desperate, bro. We're literally desperate.
You're telling me Amari Cooper is better than Des Bryant right now?
Yes.
What are you smoking?
He leaves. Every play he's been
They're-
thrown
I
to
could
3.6
press
yards
Amari
of
Cooper.
separation.
They're-
Leads the NFL in separation.
They're both
Leads the NFL in drop catch percentage.
they're both really not that good. So
Yeah, you can blame it on Amari Cooper, but you can blame it on Derek Carr and John Gruden.
When the ball hits his hands, when the ball hits both of his hands, he leads the league in drop percentage.
here's my overall thoughts on the Amari Cooper trade. One, I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand why they did it. Now that I think about it, but here's what I think. Amari Cooper, you can he's talented. Obviously, he did good his first 2 years, and no one can take that away from him. And I realize he's also been inconsistent over the last 2 years. So him coming into our offense doesn't change anything with our coaching staff. I feel like
Yeah.
he's not gonna make any impact. I don't think, because it's
I
just
think he'll be solid.
he'll be solid, but he's not good. It's like Allen Hurns. Allen Hurns was a good receiver for Jacksonville, but they're not using him right. And the way our play calling is, it's just we're not going to end up giving him the ball as much as we could. At best, he'll have 3 catches, 51 yards, and a touchdown, and that's his best game. Whereas as far as if he was on another team and he was a good number 1 receiver and he played like his potential, he could he could do like 5 to 10 catches a game with like 2 touchdowns because he's capable of that. But with our offense and our play calling, we're gonna struggle to be giving him the ball. And I don't know. I mean, I feel
I don't know
like
about that because he opposes a deep threat, though. That'll open the run game for Ezekiel Elliott. They've been stacked. The Redskins game, they stacked 10 men in the box against Ezekiel Elliott. Every play. Daring Dak Prescott to throw it down the field.
yeah,
But he has no number one wide receiver.
it comes with Dak. Dak's got to play good. If Dak doesn't, I mean, I feel like Dak just tries to do everything on his own, and he doesn't really.
Yeah, I agree with that.
He hangs on to the ball way too long. Like, dude, just throw the ball, man. He hesitates way too
Yep.
much, and that's why he gave up that touchdown. Like I said, I complained about the whole Jason Garrett thing. Like, I'm not saying that's the only reason we lost that game. Like, because obviously, Dak Prescott didn't play that good, and the offensive line there was too many holding calls. So, that's not the only reason. But I'm saying we should have won that game with the situation we were in because we had that much time. Anyways, we can make a whole new video on that. We're kind of rambling on.
Oh, yeah.
Let's just go ahead, leave it at that. Leave it at that. The Cowboys are not doing anything as long as his coaching staff stays the same. So that's it for this week. Preston, is that it? You got everything?
Peace.
Gage, anything? You good?
Nope, good.
All right. See you guys next week. Peace out.